Okay, good evening, everyone. It's Sandy Shellis, and Nicholas Humphrey was supposed to be here, and unfortunately, he had an illness in his family, and so this is, we're batting 1,000 this week. But Nicholas lives in Nebraska, and we really wanted to have him go over all the things that are going on, but I figured, okay, I'll start with a video for you guys, and it should work this time. Okay, I wasn't prepared for this, but let's listen to this. It will work.
Hey everyone, just a quick update. Officer Grub here at Bellevue Police Department, flood 2019. We are now in the Paradise Lakes community. Total devastation. Water has risen drastically today. Kind of give you an idea of where we're at. We're right at the entrance off of Harlan Lewis. There's that Sergeant Lampman, sunset in the background. Comes off Air Force Base. Sign says Warren Court. The boat's a little wobbly tonight. Just checking out the area. Making sure there's nobody left on decks. Oh my goodness, here's our entrance, Paradise Lakes. Insane, the amount of water, jeez. Yeah, backside along Harlan Lewis. There's a water depth check here for Sergeant Lampman. Good to go. Kind of give you an idea of what the reason why we're having everyone evacuate, why we're asking everyone to stay away from the area. Very dangerous situation, freezing water, so cold. Looking south towards the Air Force Base, Base Lake, and kind of give you an idea just the amount of water, the devastation we have. Give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on, how things have been going today. Drastic changes over the last 12 hours. Yeah. Yes, we're coming up on what they call the Brown River. It's a little. Basically, it's a free-flowing stream that's just south of Paradise Lakes community that goes out to the Missouri River. This afternoon, oh wow, 4 o'clock this afternoon, we were down here with OPPD. The bridge there, you can see, had about 4 inches of water going across it. You can see now it's up above the girders. The railroad bridge that passes underneath. If you can see over the berm there a little bit, the amount of water that's just flowing through here. This was almost like a rapid torrent or a rapid current through here. The amount of water that was coming in. Still a lot of water coming into the lower half of Hancock Harlan Lewis Road. Paradise Lakes community. I mean, I don't know if the video actually shows this, but it's just amazing how much water is coming in here. The current that is being downstream. South end of Offutt Air Force Base there. Can't get any closer. Encourage you to check our social media websites at Bellevue Police. Several officers tweet, Officer Vest, Lieutenant Reed, Sergeant Lampman, myself, Officer Grubb, at Cops Roger, Lieutenant Jasinski, and at Bellevue Police for updates, road closures, evacuation points, and the video frame now. Paradise Lakes community just totally underwater. Heading southbound on Harlan Lewis Drive, or Harlan Lewis Road, towards 29th and Hancock. We're going on a little over 4 minutes. I want to cut it off. Again, appreciate you joining us. Just want to kind of give you an idea of what's been going on with floodwaters 2019. Thanks for joining me.
That was something, wasn't it? That was really something. Wait a second. Yeah. Wait.
This is incredible.
There's more.
My gosh.
But I'm going to take it off. All right. I just have to make sure I shut the audio off. Just a minute, guys. You know how I am with these things. Okay. Oh, my God. Why is this doing this? So, anyway, I think I have to shut it all off. There I am. Okay. I don't know what you can see. I thought, well, it's pretty sad and it's pretty awful. And I'm really feeling bad that Nicholas has an illness in his family. But what I thought I would do, just since we have some viewers, and I thought we would maybe go into this article really quick and just, review what's going on. So everyone knows what's going on here in the United States, in the Midwest. And since Nicholas couldn't be with us, it's from Axios. And 2 people died after a bomb cyclone dumped rain on the frozen plains last week, causing record flooding. I'm going to move this thing so I wasn't ready, but I'm glad you're all here. Record flooding from ice jams and snowmelt along the Missouri and Platte rivers. Dams have virtually been obliterated. Levees have failed and entire communities marooned. Well, we just saw that, right? Details. Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts said it was the worst flooding in Nebraska for at least 50 years. The National Weather Service warned hazardous flooding would likely last throughout the weekend in the state, as well as in south and central Iowa. The worst affected area would be around Platte and the Missouri rivers. The big picture, okay? Throughout Nebraska, rivers were breaking record highs with heavy rain on top of significant snowpack. Suddenly, thawing ground and a surge of snowmelt traveling from upstream. Ice rivers were causing ice jams that have exacerbated flooding in some areas. In many areas, rivers are hitting levels that are historically unprecedented, and the old records are being exceeded by several feet, which is an unusually high margin for such milestones. We're just smashing some records on the big boys, the Missouri and the Platte, National Weather Service meteorologist Jeremy Wesley told the Omaha World Herald. Details. Nebraska Emergency Management Agency spokesman Mike Wright told Reuters that Nebraska has at least had 2 flood-related fatalities this week. Authorities have yet to determine the cause of death of a person who didn't evacuate and died at home. He said the other was trying to tow a trapped car with his tractor when water swept him away. Air Force personnel have been trying to contain flooding at Offutt Air Force Base, home to Strategic Command, as well as the fleet of E-4B Airborne Command aircraft and RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft. Aerial photos on Saturday showed water lapping up against the base's single runway, with some aircraft still parked on the base. Offutt is now the second major U.S. Air Force base to be hit by a weather-related disaster in less than a year. After Hurricane Michael tore through Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida. In Fremont, Nebraska, roadways flooded and 2 levees were breached on Saturday morning, according to the Fremont Tribune, requiring mandatory evacuations. Evacuations were ongoing along the rising Missouri River and the town of Brownville, Nebraska. The National Guard warned Nebraskans late Saturday that the flooding could last for quite some time. A spokesman for the state's public power district told the Omaha World Herald, if the river rises to 45.5 feet, the Cooper Nuclear Power Station, which produces 35% of NPPD's power, would be shut down. Now, I don't know if there's updates. We'll see if there's updates on that after I finish with this. Our thought bubble from Axios Science Center, Andrew Friedman. These floods are, in parts of Nebraska in particular, worse than longtime residents have experienced in many cases. They're downright unprecedented in historical records. This will be a slow-rolling disaster unfolding for the next week as floodwaters move downstream to affect other states in the Mississippi River Valley. Unbelievable. The National Weather Service said unprecedented flooding would impact parts of Mississippi and Missouri valleys into Monday as a cold snap sets in, affecting up to 74 million Americans from the Rocky Mountains to the East Coast. And you talk about migration from other countries. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers deployed the state National Guard after declaring an emergency as flooding was magnified by rapid snowmelt. Columbus, Wisconsin opened shelters for people who had been evacuated. In Kansas, Governor Laura Kelly issued a state of emergency for Donovan County as flash floods wreaked havoc on the community. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds also issued a disaster proclamation on Friday. And it is pretty bad out there. And guys, I don't know much more than what I just read about. Let's see, what does Marcia have to say? Let me put this down. We don't want to look at that anymore, but it seems to not want to go away. Okay. Marcia, you said, hi, Lisa. Marcia says, guys, Offutt is where the deep state pushes red buttons, Strategic Air Command. It's pretty scary that all this stuff is happening. Oh, Lisa's with us. She says hi. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. I wasn't feeling great at all. I'm barely standing. But you know what? I filled in for Nicholas. He's going to come. He will come back. But, when people have things happen, they have things happen. So Marcia says if a quarter of California were underwater, news coverage would be reporting nonstop. And that's the issue. And Angie says that there's no coverage in the UK, only heard via Facebook, trying to spread the word. And the same thing, I can't believe it, but you know what? I didn't put on mainstream media today. So, I look at what I look at, and I was looking at Nicholas's Facebook, and actually, if you wait a second, I probably could pull it up. I think you can see me. I hope you can see me. Let me see if I could do this on the slide as you, Nicholas Humphrey, and I'll see if I can read to you or show you the pictures that he had up on his site. Well, he had this. Okay, just one second, and I'll bring this up for you. Hey, let's see. It says I can share my desktop screen, so let's. I'm back. I don't know what happens to these things. Y'all here? Okay, you can see me. All right. So I was trying to open up something else, and you're supposed to be able to do that. But I didn't know if you could open it up on the, when you're doing the show. So you might have gotten a blackout. I don't know. I don't know what you're seeing. So anyway, let's see what comments are. And then we're probably going to wait for Nicholas because I can't get his I wanted to share his desktop, but I'm afraid I'll lose you. Elizabeth says military bases are some of the most toxic area in the world, and flooding there is disastrous. I wish that Justin would join us. Justin is on the team, and he lives in Nebraska, and he was very concerned also, and he was sending stuff. Let me me just see if I can share this desktop screen without leaving you. Let's see what happens. If I can share Nicholas's screen, and you can see me, right? You can still see me. I'm going to add Nicholas's Facebook. Okay, here we go. So Nicholas's Facebook has on it, he has the picture of the early morning photo of the office they abandoned due to flooding on Monday. That was the Northeast National Weather Service. So the National Weather Service was abandoned. Okay, they had to go somewhere else, obviously. And let's see what Ron says. If people think gentrification in big cities is bad now, just wait till people start fleeing from these rural areas. Live in a rural area. I don't want to think about that. You know, it's pretty scary. Oh, Liz, I'm good. Liz said, tell me what you want opened up, and I do it. I got it. You know, sometimes with this software, I'm not, you know, Miss Expert, but I'm trying. It's hard to learn a lot of things when you're, well, like me, kind of distracted by not feeling well. And I whine enough about that. So let's see. He put up pictures. I don't know what you can see. He put up these aerial pictures. Can you see that aerial picture? I don't know how big it looks, you know, to you. But if you can see it, just, you know, tell me, yeah, because I'm showing you the couple of pictures. That was the one. That was one that looks absolutely devastating. I couldn't even imagine where I live this happening. I just couldn't imagine. I think there's an article on his page. You could see those. I hope there's an article on his page. It was Omaha.com. And it was 60 buildings, mostly on the south end of Offutt Air Force Base, have been damaged. 30 are completely inundated with as much as 8 feet of water, including the 55th Wing Headquarters building, the E-4B Night Watch hangar, and the Bernie Davis Maintenance Facility. So 1/3 of the base is flooded. That's pretty messed up, huh? That's pretty messed up. Well, so if you can see it, let's see what else he had on his page. I know he really, really wanted to do this. And this is the Norfolk man that was pulled by floodwaters. And it's just like, but there's not really many graphics on this one. But it does show here, it does show people in Hamburg, Iowa fill sandbags. And there is a little video. Maybe we could listen to it. Let's see if it's playable or if it's got ads. I don't know. Skip ad. Let's see. Can you see that that video? No, you can't. I don't think so. All right. Well, you know, I'm trying. I'm trying. Torstein says, Americans will never wake up, methinks, not unless words are used. Americans hate words. Well, I don't know how to be anything else because I am an American and I hope to hell that I am awake. I think I'm awake, you know. I think I'm awake. But what did, yeah, Lisa says, what a disaster. Yep, it's a disaster. And she said that, you know, true, Texas got buttloads of attention and help, but rural and poor areas get nada. Well, if anybody can find anything on that power plant, I don't know if Nicholas had anything up. He made a post. He said 22 hours ago, just a reminder that there's been catastrophic flooding event underway in eastern Nebraska. Lincoln isn't directly impacted, although they're trying to protect drinking water supplies. But so many other areas, not so much. These are views from Offutt Air Force Base near Omaha. If I had come back from Tennessee yesterday, Nicholas said, I would not have been able to have used I-29 going from Kansas City. Parts of it are underwater now as levees along the Missouri River are failing and the Platte River as well. Wow. So it's really been pretty heavy duty, huh? Pretty heavy duty. And I hope that we can, I know, Marcia, you had an effort. Too much hatred here, Kim says, about the United States. Anyway, Marcia had, true story, Sandy, when Hurricane Harvey hit FEMA abandoned Rockport, my friend still has damage to her mobile home. My God. Meteorologist Nick Humphrey his other page might have more info on the disaster. Well, I'm afraid to even go there. You mean his Patreon, right? The Patreon. I know, but we'll let him do this. I filled in the best I could. You know, I am certainly not a meteorologist. That's his job. And all I am is just somebody who has an interest here and kind of created a monster in ECH. Oh, well, Angie. Hi, Angie. She says, today also flooding in UK, less severe, fatal flash flooding in Indonesia. And I'm here of something in Tasmania too. You know what got me though about this? Oh, Marcia, yes. Didn't you have something about a fundraiser to send money to help people in Nebraska? If I can find it up, I'll definitely put a link up on this video. But Marcia has something, and I saw it on the group. Marcia is the administrator for the group. She does everything. I don't even have to worry over. I don't have to worry about anything. Everybody is makes this thing run, and it's great. Lisa, good night. She's saying good night. Lisa, good night, and thanks for coming, hon. And Tommy says hi. You know, it's not a good thing to have to come on and report about, you know, things happening in your country and weather events, extreme weather events. And we know that this is happening all over the world. And it's just, I guess for us, especially since Nicholas is a meteorologist who lives in Nebraska, and there's another person on the team that is living, I think, 35 miles, Justin, away from that nuclear plant. Well, it makes you think. And I invited Justin to come on, but I guess Justin's not home. And I hope Justin's okay, because I haven't heard back from him since this morning. And he had been dealing with power outages and all kinds of shit in Nebraska. I mean, they're really getting hammered. They're really getting hammered. And Marcia, you were born in Nebraska? You're a Midwestern girl. That's nice. Well, listen, guys, thank you for coming. And, you know, we'll put up something so that if anybody wants to donate to the people that need help in Nebraska, we can do that. And Nicholas, hopefully, you know, can do this. I don't know, maybe tomorrow night. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm sure he'll put up, you know, comments on this stream, because I certainly couldn't fill in as a meteorologist. So everybody, good night. Unless, Marcia, you're getting the link to put up on, and I can put it up on the screen. Oh, Michael said try Weather Nation channel on Pluto TV on the web. Yeah, but you know what the problem is that? Who the hell has it? You see what I'm saying? Why isn't every major, well, then again, I don't know, you know, about every major network, because I'm not looking at every major network. Today is one of those, you know, bobblehead neck days. You can't do things. And watching TV, I can't stand. All right. Marcia said, tell Nicholas we'll look forward to his next live stream. We do. We really do. And Antonio went hiking today. He was going to try, but I said, you know, what are you going to do, Antonio? I mean, people tell me what they're doing, and that's cool. Stay safe and strong. Everybody. The same. Good Sunday evening or Monday, wherever you are.